Hi folks, Saturday morning, Gary's just phoned up. He's found a lawnmower in Louth. What is it, Gary?
A lawnmower? Webb.
Webb? I thought it was a drum rolling mower, but he said it's a rotary mower. I didn't know Webb done them. He's paying, how much?
20 quid.
20 quid for it. We're going to pick it up now. We thought we'd take you along for the ride and let's see if we can get it going. Right, we just got back from Louth. That's about 14, 15 miles away from us. Picked up this lawnmower. Terrible wind out here. Let's have a look what we got. Let's have a look. Right, this is it. It's a little one, isn't it? Take that off. Oh, don't looking too bad, isn't it? Is it a metal deck? Yeah, it's a metal deck, isn't it? It's in good nick, isn't it? That's got one of those new 450 series Briggs engines on, isn't it? And what did he say? Try to start it, didn't he?
Yeah, he just leave it because it's not priming.
Right. Does it feel like there's anything there, or? Feels a bit empty on the primer, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, let's get it out anyway. Look, just lift it up. Let's have a look underneath it. I'll tell you what, you know, that's not done much work at all, has it? The blade's all right as well. Let's just spin that blade round. Just want to make sure it's not hit anything. Take the spark plug off. Never know, dear. You never know. So, it looks all right. I'll tell you what, that's not very old, is it? Look at the tyres on it, look. 20 quid, he wanted 25, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad, let's get it out. That's what I say now, they're just starting to come on the market now, aren't they? He got this off of Facebook, by the way. It's not actually very heavy, is it? I mean, look at it, all the bolts on it, look. They're all blinking, look, there's hardly no rust on them or anything, look. It's got a provision there to put the old hose on so you can clear the deck. That's not very old at all, is it?
No.
Little grass bag. It's not self-drive though, is it? It's
No, just push.
just a push mower, but I mean, that's good enough. Happy days, look at that. I'll tell you what, hopefully this won't take too much to get running. Let's get it in the back.
You go now.
Hello, Mummy.
Get me locked up, leave that here.
Little lawnmower, baby. What are you up to, baby?
I'm just going to try some dog food for Barney because he's not eating, is he?
Is he not eating? He's a little bit upset still, isn't he, because of Bison?
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Come with me, boys.
Hey? Oh, all right, we'll pop down with you then. We'll just get this inside anyway.
Yeah, put it indoors.
Shall I carry that for me, baby?
Well, you need it indoors, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put it indoors.
Not look the front.
I've still got this to do, folks. Look, been like this since October. Look, I will get round to it. I've been waiting for the good weather, plus Christmas out of the way now. So I've got all these brakes to refurbish on there. I've just got to take the brake caliper off there as well. And that hose, I've got a new hose and brake caliper to go on there. And I've got all the new gear for that anyway. So that's going to be refurbished pretty soon. Right, well, we're going to try and start it first. Never started this one before, as you know. Just got it straight off the customer. He did try and pull it a few times when he showed Gary it. But anyway, that's that. So I've got my new merchandise on, as you can probably see here now. This is all printed up by Welsh Custom Apparel on Facebook. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested at all. And also, if this is the sort of video that you like, if you like what we do on our channel, do forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that little notification bell down there, and you'll get noted every time we upload a video. So with that said, let's try and pull this. We've got petrol in there, haven't we?
You know you said do forget to push that subscribe button.
Right.
That's what you do forget.
Don't forget to press the subscribe button. Right, okay, so we've got petrol in there. We've done absolutely nothing to it at the moment, so let's try and give it a bit of a prime. Did you say?
Yeah. Sounds like it's sucking.
Well, give it a try and give it a pull. Did you put that plug lead back on? Yeah. And what we're going to do before that is literally, because we don't know what the old owner's done, we're just going to check the oil, make sure it has got oil in it. Always wise to do that before you start anything, any engine, because it might have been tipped up the wrong way and all the oils come out, we don't know. Yeah?
It's clean and all.
Clean, and is it up to the mark?
Halfway.
Halfway, that'll do. So we've already looked underneath, so we know that's fine for starting. So let's see if we can give it a pull start and see what happens. Oh, before you do that, Gal, don't put it on that rubber mat because it will suck up on that. I've done that before. I'm speaking from experience. Right, okay. So before we go any further and check, strip anything down, we'll just take this cap off, and I've just got a little spark tester there, as you can probably see. Let's just plug that on there and just whack that in there. Right, okay, give it a pull. Fantastic spark. So that's fine. We're going to take that off. I don't know if you saw that. So we know we've got a spark, so our spark plug's okay. We can put that back on. Now, what I'm going to do now is just take the front of the air filter off, because what we want to find out is whether or not, although we've got tank fuel in the tank, whether fuel is getting through into the engine. So we've got some easy start in there. The air filter looks okay. So Gary's just going to squirt some easy start in there and then see if it fires. Right, try that. Right, put it back on here. And if it fires, we know it's just the carb. See, that should have started by now. Yep. So what we're going to have to do, first of all, is get it up on the table. So we get the compression tester out now, take the spark plug out and see if it's got compression. Because we've basically checked spark and fuel. We should have had if we got compression, we should have had an ignition, but we haven't. So we're going to do that now. Right, okay, so we just whip this plug out here. So this is the bit you can never tell by what people tell you. You know, and if you've got a systematic way of checking things, you can near enough find out within a very short while what the problem is. Now, what's that look like? Looks okay, doesn't it? It looks like a pretty new plug, doesn't it?
Original.
It's the original Champion, maybe? Does it smell of fuel?
Yeah, it does a bit.
Yeah? All right, well, we'll whack that old compression tester in there and just see what that's doing. I've got this kit, as you can probably see. Various adapters on it for the different types of thread. You've just got to match up the thread to the adapter. One of them, two in it, one of them. Handy kit. These are only cheap. I can't remember what I paid for this, but that's all you need. Right, that's it. Just whack that in there. Hasn't got to be over tight, as you know. So it's only sealing on the rubber O-ring. Right, can you pull that from up there? Go on in. That'll do you. There we go. We got low compression, as you can see there. Now that could be a valve come off. So what we're going to do now is just remove these two valve covers screws there and just have a look where the valves are, just to see if they're working correctly. Right, so let's get that rocker cover off. Might throw some light on it.
Yeah, it's a bit wet round there.
Is it?
Down the bottom.
Yeah, that's all right. Right, just prise that off. Right, there's the valves. Do they seem to be in situ? Right, just pull it over slowly. And let's just see what's happening with them valves. Well, they seem to be working all right.
Yeah?
Yeah. They seem to be working all right. I thought they would... Although, that one, there's loads of slack on that, I think, isn't there? There's a lot of slack on it. Look how loose they are, look. Very loose. So they might be... they might need adjusting up. Right, so we don't know whether or not these valves are actually opening and shutting. We don't know, so we're going to have to take these rockers off. Is that on reverse? Yep. Let's just take these off for the minute. Right, let's just remove that there. That's the push rod there, as you can see. That spring's on this. That valve is connected, which is one of my concerns on that one, so we'll leave that as it is. Just undo that top one. Right, let's just take this off. Because it's not unusual for the valves springs to be in place, but the actual valve stems can be off of the actual collet at the top there. Right, so they're both fully shut at the moment. So now we know they're in the shut position. What we're going to try and do is just to do the compression test again and just see what we got there. Right, stop there. Right, there's got to be something wrong because we're only getting, as I say, 25 pounds now. With both rockers, both valves shut, we should be getting full compression there all the time. So there seems to be an issue. We're gonna have to take this cover off, take the head off, and just have a look and see what's happening inside the bore, I think. So there you go, not as straightforward as we thought. Should be pretty straightforward to strip down. Okay, there we go there. So now you want, well, we might as well take the carb off while we're here. Hey?
250 quid.
What?
These mothers.
Are they?
Screw fit, machine mark.
I'll try that one. All right, let's just get these off of there. There we go, there's the 2 8mm, isn't he? Right, so that's 4 bolts out of there. I should just pull forward. We've got a vent at the back there, and that's the push to prime mechanism. So we know we've got a full tank of fuel there, but I'm not going to disconnect it at the moment. I'm just going to pull it forward, leave it connected. There we go. Just pull that around there. And there's our O-ring and clip on the back of our carb, which needs to go back afterwards. Onto our inlet. Lift that out of there. Like that. And just pull that forward out of the way. And as you can see there, just saves you disconnecting the carb. And wiggle that out. And that way we haven't got to disconnect anything there, you see. So get that completely out of the way. Undo the 2 8mm holding the bracket on. Okay, there's a little tube sits in there like that. That means the head's now free for us to take off the head bolts now. I think there's 4 head bolts, so we'll go 1, 2 diagonals. Right, let's get them out. 1. So it could be a gasket gone if we got no compression, you know.
Yeah.
These are our push rods. Let's keep them out and put them back in the same order. And then let's have a little look there and see if we can see anything obvious on the cylinder head. There's nothing there obvious on the cylinder head. I'm thinking that maybe we've got a head gasket issue. It has broken in half there, I know, but is there any sign of any leakage or anything? There's oil coming out of that chamber there. I mean, that feels okay there for... See if we've got any damage to the bore at all. It doesn't appear to be, does it?
No.
No? So maybe we just got a head gasket issue. Everything seems to be in order there. If I bring that back up to top dead centre again. There. And then just see if there's any sideways movement in the piston, which there doesn't seem to be. Now what we could do, just to see if it's letting by at all, is to put some fuel or oil, probably fuel in there, and see if it drops down the level just by tipping it up a little bit, you know. Just got a little drop of 2-stroke fuel there. I'll just tip that in there and see if that runs away. And as you can probably see, it's not running away at all. So I'm quite happy that we've got compression through the piston rings. If that was leaking via the piston rings, you'd see that oil or petrol fuel seep away, and we're not getting that. So I'm happy that that is the case. So I believe that our problem is a head gasket where we was losing compression, and what that means is a new head gasket. So if you have got fuel and you've got spark but you haven't got compression. You never get this lawnmower to run. And we saw that, and we confirmed that by taking the valves off, because one of them could have come adrift, as I've seen before. By having both valves closed when we took the rockers off and then pulling the engine over, that should have been very high compression in there, definitely more than 25 psi. So that indicated to me that there was another problem. We had to take the head off to try and prove that. And what we found inside by doing that check with the fluid in the piston halfway down was that it wasn't letting by through the base of the piston via the piston rings. And that meant that the only other outlet, which looks like a distinct possibility because there was oil around here as well on the gasket face when we took this off, and also broken gasket anyway, was that we probably got a head gasket problem here. So what we're going to do, we're going to order up a new gasket for this. We obviously can't finish it now. It's still a good little mower, and we'll come back to you in probably the next video and show you where we put the head gasket on and hopefully get this thing running. It's a good little mower. They go for about 25 quid, you say, didn't you?
250.
25 quid. They go for about 250 pounds. This one is in very good condition, as you've seen. And worst case scenario, just unbolt it and put another engine on it. But we don't need to get to that stage, I don't think. There's nothing wrong with that bore in there. Everything seems to be okay. So there we go. Just a bit of fault diagnosis can get you to the problem, but you've got to follow a systematical pattern of checking. And as you can see, in a short period of time, we've got it down to the head gasket, and we've come to that conclusion by checking in the subsequent way, which we've just shown you there. Anyway, thanks very much. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also ding that little notification bell. And if you want to support our channel as well, I've put a little wish list down just below the video in the description as well, of things that just keep our channel ticking over from Amazon. So if you ever wanted to sort of help us with our channel, just take a look at our little wish list down there. Anyway, thanks very much. See you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.